Hey, this is Casey Nunez. I took over the show because Jim Riley's a fucking pussy and he didn't show up. Craig is fucking one of his cats, and then Dallas, well, Dallas is just a fucking faggot. He won't show up. I got doing this live show. I'm gonna be under the Katrina Bridge, showing the homeless people shitting, eating pigeons, and I'm gonna be begging for one like I'm an Iraqi war veteran. I'm gonna drop my docs. I live under the Katrina Bridge, and card interdiction is the
Casey,
fucking greatest. But
Casey, tell us how you know Randy Couture.
fuck Randy Couture. I'm 6'6" like Randy Orton. We are live this cold winter eve at 5:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am Card Editor. No disrespect, Casey Nunez. That's my boy. I got off the phone with him. What day was that? Last Wednesday. Not this Wednesday. Last Wednesday, I believe. And it was what you would expect it to be. So, anyway, let me start off by saying I know a lot of you were expecting a lot different showing. We were supposed to have, well, it was promoted as Gruffy, fucking Craig, Gruffy, whatever you want to call him, Dallas, and Jim Riley doing the show. Well, right off the bat, Craig gave me notice, says, I'm not doing it. Cool, whatever. Last minute, Dallas says, fuck it, I'm not doing it. I'm busy. I'm like, well, that's why I moved the show to this time. Everybody was bitching that I was doing it too early, so now I moved to a later time. Didn't show up. So Dallas didn't no-show me. Now, Jim Riley said he was going to do it, was going to do it, was going to do it. 5 o'clock Central Time, 6 o'clock Eastern Time. I'll be there. I said, be there 5:50 your time. I'll be there. I'll be there. Well, it's 7 minutes after 5, and he's not here. So, needless to say, we got no-showed on every fucking thing. So what I've done is I have called upon the Mattitude status right here, Matt, who should be my permanent co-host from now on because he shows up whenever I need somebody on the panel. And I opened the whole I invite it to everybody. So if you're on YouTube watching this and you want to get in the chat, just type at the bottom. Say, yo, let me in. I'll let you fucking in. And that'll be that.
You can't freeze. It has to actually work.
What?
Like faggot that was with her last time. Remember that?
Yeah. So it's fucking a no-show event. It's a random fucking show. So in fact, I'm gonna invite people right now because we only got a little bit of time because I gotta head out by like 6:37,
Yep.
6:45. I got shit.
Yeah, we usually don't sit at home on a Friday.
Yeah, I'm actually headed to. If anybody's heard of a bar called Happy's, thumbs up. Although they're gonna be fucking packed because even though it's a little early, usually I don't roll out till around like 9. But tonight I'm not gonna get fucking blasted. I'm just gonna kind of do the whole work my way into the Bourbon Street, then work my way out and you got to go in large groups too because let me tell you something, especially in big cities like this, if you go down one of them fucking long side streets that has the fucking light poles blown out of it, and Matt's got to take a shit, and you go down one of those long side streets or whatever, no lights, you're fucked because you will get robbed, shot, and or smashed in the head with a brick. What the fuck? Hold up. Hey, I can play that. Oh, all right. Just be by my house around 5:45. All right. Sorry. So anyway, let's see. I follow 17 people. This show might be a total disaster, and I'm inviting. So invite. People are gonna be pissed that I'm inviting twice, but and Matt's got to take a shit, which I love. You know, we've been on thing for about 10 minutes, just bullshitting, and then once we go live, the bowel movements start. What can I say? This is a total disaster of a show, but hey, I'm not a fucking broadcaster here. I just do this shit for fun. I do this shit just to kind of keep people that's in the community, keep them all together, have one giant happy family that sort of hates each other, but you know how it is. Let me X all this shit off my desktop. I am really fucking bored so far. So the original intent for the show was to have those three on, settle their differences. I mean, that would have been fun. Who wouldn't have watched that? Three guys who hate, quote, hate each other on the internet, whether it's a storyline or it's real or whatever, just come on, settle their differences on the show. But apparently, when it comes to having fun, nobody wants to have fun. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, you scheduled this at 5, 6 o'clock on a Friday night. Well, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I didn't want to. That was the time that was told to me by one Jim Riley. So, here we are, 5 o'clock on a Friday night. We might get a good hour, 45 minutes maybe in of a show. That's that. Like I said, I usually like doing this stuff during the day. Maybe on a weekday I can do it at night like this, but not sure. Not a fan of this particular time zone right now, this time slot we're in. And we have one viewer. That's one more viewer than we had a minute ago. And what the fuck am I looking for? Live events. By the way, one viewer, if you want to be on the show, just let me know and I'll fucking share my invite with you. You can jump on in. We can have a fucking great time. Yay. And I'm not feeling too well either because it is getting fucking cold outside. So it's one of those cold bullshit times. It got real cold so fast so far, which I kind of like for Thanksgiving. Who's this one viewer? Let me see if YouTube would fucking... One viewer, please comment on the video so I can see who you are. So, what is there to talk about? Football? Bullshit. Nobody's making videos anymore. Everybody's like, oh, we're going to bring this community back to prominence. Well, I haven't seen it. All I've seen is fucking pure retardism. Leaving me hanging, Matt. You left me hanging. This is a disaster. Get off of here. Might do like a little intermission thing. Uh-oh, I heard the noise. Let's just come back. Yeah! Mister, I have to take a shit as soon as the show starts.
Still no one in the call. What the hell?
Look, people said you gotta do it at night, you gotta do it at night, you gotta do it at night. I do it at night, and what the fuck? Nobody shows up. So I have decided, I've taken it upon myself to decide not to let people dictate, the viewers dictate about what time to go live on the fucking air. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just like, whatever. So what were we talking about? Oh, you black tree something or what of another? Or what we were talking about before we got on live is we were joking around with Casey Nunez,
We're
how
talking about
how he's filming a documentary. A what?
game consoles.
Oh yeah, that too. Uh, PS4 for the win.
That's I can't buy Madden games anymore. The last Madden game I bought was Madden 12 with Peyton Hillis on the cover. It's the last Madden I ever played.
What the fuck ever happened to Peyton Hillis?
I think he still plays. Let me go look it up.
Well, he dropped off because how the fuck you go on the cover of Madden and then you just become a fucking bum basically?
He's a running back for the New York Giants.
Yeah, he's a fucking bum.
Yeah, out of all the sports games, the new NHL actually is pretty realistic. Like the hitting isn't really realistic, but everything else is pretty realistic.
Hello, Cameo. How you doing? I championed the PS4, and that's all there is to it. I played Xbox One. It's all right, but PlayStation 4 is really good, considering the games they have.
Like Xbox One, I don't know. I mean, it's just there's a lot of stuff you can do. Like you can browse on the web and stuff, but as gaming, I mean, I don't. Like I said, every game I played on is pretty sick.
Exactly. But let's see. Oh, we were talking about before we got on the show. Before that, for the whole game console thing, when we were waiting for Jim Riley to show up, which Riley's a roofer. He must have fell through somebody's roof or some shit. We were talking about documentaries and how Casey Nunez was making a documentary about the homeless under the Katrina Bridge, and basically he was. What were you saying? You knew somebody that was making a documentary?
Yeah, go look it up. His name's Ghost Crusader. His real name's Mr. Angry Mark. That was his old channel, but his name's Mark. But
is his YouTube username Ghost Crusader?
Yeah, but I don't think he has any videos up because he had a preview of the video up, but he had to take it down because he didn't have a permit to. What he wants to do is he wants to go around and film like haunted places, like haunted with demons and shit. And there's like a. Let me pull it up so I can give you the exact location.
You can share your screen too if you want.
All right. Do I do that?
You see that green button that says screen. It has the arrow. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's double me. There we go.
So there's a tree in Burns Township, New Jersey, called the Devil's Tree, and pretty much it's a tree where the KKK used to do lynchings on, and apparently, like the trees, like just it has like the devil's spirit in it, and like people had like bad things done to them, and the trees like boiling hot, like they actually think like the devil's blood like drips in it. Even when it snows, like the snow doesn't even melt on it, or it does melt on it, but he's like my one friend who's doing this. He's like trying to like film this documentary for it, and pretty much he's trying to like get like talk about the history and this actually has been in a couple documentaries, but it's pretty sick. And as you can see, it's got like a fence around it, so because people have like tried to cut it down before and they can't get it cut down.
But why? I don't get, like, so he posts this video of a fucking tree and what they're saying he trespassed. I mean, he went to a tree, though. It's
actually like it's like in a park, and yeah, it's like forbidden.
Damn. Well, what was it? I went to a haunted plantation, actually, which a plantation on its own by itself is just really creepy and eerie and just a place of dread. But this place was... If you look it up, it's called the Myrtles Plantation. It's one of the most haunted spots in America. And when I was there, I was creeped out for sure. I was geeked out for sure. But I didn't catch anything out the ordinary until I went on my phone and we were bullshitting and recording and shit. They have like a pond in the middle of
I'm on the Wikipedia page and I see this supposed ghost photo. It actually does look like there's a ghost. If I want to share this.
Oh, yeah. Is that the Myrtles?
Yeah, look.
Yes, that's the slave woman that's on the side of the house. If I Oh no, no, let me see. Keep it on
See it?
there. What the fuck?
That was
I
on
never,
Wikipedia. See
I
this right
never,
here?
I never seen that one before. Holy shit! Let me show you. There's
That's
another
looking
one.
good.
There's another one. Uh-oh. Somebody text me.
Does
There's a
look like a ghost though.
there's a another one that's a little more famous. Let me find this one.
The fuck is this?
Well,
What the hell is this?
yes, yeah, that's not it. But I was at that courtyard. That's a fucking shadow person, dude.
Dude, look at that.
Dude,
Look at that right there.
that.
Look at that shit.
I was with somebody. We were in a group, and they were like this weird ass chick. She was there like the night before, and she was like, "Look at all these pictures I found." And yeah, one of those. If I go back to your picture, that was on. She took it on the fucking porch. I need to find my pictures that I sent on your on my phone, my old phone. Let me hold up. Let me find out. I have some creepy ass fucking shit. All right. My whole thing was when I got back, it was on my old iPhone, so it's an older phone. But we were bullshitting. Where is this? This is a pond, and in the middle of this little island where a gazebo and a garden is, and you have to cross this little big wooden bridge to get on it. And we were just bullshitting, and I was talking to my cousin, and I'm like, yeah, man, wonder if we're going to catch some EVPs. I swear to God, and I uploaded it on YouTube, so I could probably find it. There is actually a voice that if you listen close enough, you can hear. It says, "What's an EVP?" Swear to God. It was me, my cousin, and my sister. None of us said that. Now, we watch ghost shows. You know, we know what an EVP is. They knew what I was talking about. I wasn't expecting going in there, a ghost talking to me or anything. So who, out of all three of us, why would anybody say, what's an EVP? And it was so low that it was so low, but it was clear, if that makes any sense. And I would have heard it. You know, but if somebody would have mumbled it. But let me try to find. If I look on my Facebook, I might have, dude. What it is, it's right past Baton Rouge, and you go past Baton Rouge like a half an hour, and then it's just in the middle of nowhere, and it's really fucking creepy. There's a statue there, and let me see. First of all, let me see if there's more pictures. We should have been talking about this shit during Halloween, but whatever. Let's see. Myrtle's. If you look up Myrtle's ghost on YouTube, there's actual video of somebody like set up a little camera in their room or whatever, or one of the rooms, because you can actually go in there, stay there for a night or whatever. And they set a little baby doll on the ground and left the room. And you can see the dress of the baby doll start moving up and down like somebody's fiddling with it. Swear to God.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think ghosts exist, but demons are the ones that
Yeah.
play around with.
Let me share my screen. Okay, the whole story with the Myrtles is that they had the slave caretaker girl. She was having an affair with the master. Anyway, she got caught eavesdropping. Her name was Chloe. The master, to fucking punish her, cut her ear off. Well, to get revenge on him, to prove her worth, I guess, she put some in it. She made a cake for the family, for the wife and the kids, and put some in it to make them sick so she can nurse them back to health. And apparently she put too much of this poison in the fucking mix, and it killed the kids and the wife. So she ran away, they found her, and they hung her on the fucking oak tree, which is this big fucking oak tree right in the middle of it. Now, I'm going to share my screen. Share my screen. Share. This is the famous picture right here. Look between the two houses.
Yeah, I see someone there.
Dude, that is fucking... Let me see if I can zoom in.
Looks like it's like a gray.
It's a black woman. You can see the dress. I mean, it's fucking creepy, dude. I know a lot of people don't believe ghosts and shit, but just on those few strange things that I can't explain that happened to me, I was like, what the fuck? Then there's that creepy ass mirror that people say they see shit in, but I think that's just a fucking. I think the mirror just causes optical illusions. To be honest with you, there's a zoom in. I'm trying to see if there's any more fucking pictures. There was a weird mist thing, weird fucking mist thing that showed up. Let me look at my Facebook because let's see. Is there any weird places by you in Pittsburgh that's just like that's supposedly haunted or whatever? I guess there's more down here.
As far as haunting goes, I don't really. Maybe Gettysburg. I've never been to Gettysburg. No, I can't. I really can't. No, I really can't think of anything.
All right, let me find this one photo. This one photo that I went crazy over. Where the fuck? No, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. Where the fuck is it? Jesus Christ. Can't find the goddamn pictures. Well, yeah, anyway, it's fucking creepy. That's all I gotta say. It's, wait. Alright, look. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna share my screen, which I might give away my own fucking okay. Save images. Save. Let me share my screen for this. This is the statue right here. That is a creepy. Now, mind you, that's the flash. You can see how, but it's way the fuck away from the house. That's the statue. Look at its eyes. It looks like it's open. That's way away from the house. That's like a track walk away from the house, way in the woods. Like you think you're in the fucking Blair Witch Project, and you just come across the woods, and you come across this this statue. It's fucking creepy. All right. Save image. Save. I'm gonna save a bunch of. I don't want to show my Facebook page or anything. Save images. Save, and then this last one. Save. Come on, motherfucker. Save images. Save. Okay. Let's see. Stop. I was on that statue for a while. We got this. Explain what this is to me. What the fuck is that? Nobody was smoking anywhere near me.
It looks like a giant elephant.
Dude, it's like a fucking elephant. Smoke mist. I don't know what the fuck that is.
What the fuck? Yeah, it looks like a ghost.
Let's see. We have screen share. This is the porch where they were at, just the hangout porch. That you remember that ghost picture you saw earlier, the shadow person?
Yep.
Yeah, this was exactly where it was taken, pretty much right here. I mean, this little patio, it's real nice, whatever. And last but not least, here's the one to blow your load over, folks. I took this picture. Here's the story behind this one. This is the one I'm building up to. I took this picture. Granted, if I would have saw anything like this, I would have called it out. Nothing out of the ordinary happened to me when I was there. I know somebody that was there with me said they heard a laugh. I know somebody who was there with me said they smelled perfume in their face from before we got into the house or anything. Nothing out of the ordinary happened to me. At one point in the tour, you're in the main hallway, sort of by the staircase, and this is before they go in one side of the house, you go out to the hallway, he does a little speech or whatever, then you go into the other side of the house. There's a window, it looks like an outdoor window, but it leads into another room, okay? And I took the picture, taken on my iPhone, just click, taking pictures of whatever. And I took a picture of the window. I took like 20 pictures of the staircase. I only took one picture of the window. Now, I didn't see anything at all in this fucking window, at all. If I did, I would have said something about it. So when I go home and I look at my fucking phone and I see this shit, what the fuck is that sitting in? Look at the black in the window.
It looks like It actually looks like a person's face. It actually looks like a person's face looking into the window.
Exactly. Look at that shit.
That's crazy.
If I would have saw that, I'd be like, "What is that?" Or if it was a worker, some people say it could have been a worker peeking through. I would have remembered because I would have made a joke. You know what? In my head, I would have been like, "Oh, ghost." You know,
No, that's not a worker. That looks like a
and look how,
ghost face.
but look how short they are too. And people was like, "Is there furniture right there? I could have reflected off of." Actually, when you go, because you go into that room, it leads into, and it's a big dark room. And I was in the back of the tour with the group, and I was by the window. There's nothing right there in front of the window that it could have bounced off of. There's nothing right there.
That shit legit looks like a person's face.
Yeah, there's nothing there that the light could like a dresser drawer or a face or there's nothing there.
That's crazy.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It's fucking. The place itself is just. I want to go to a demonic place like that house in Gary, Indiana. You heard about that one? About the chick that was fucking. Now get the chick who said she was being possessed by the demons or whatever, and of course everybody rolls their eyes, possessed by demons or whatever, blah blah blah. Until the fucking child protector that they had fucking use it from the wall. The doctors in the emergency room and the nurses reported that the son, after he was being possessed, they thought he was having a seizure or whatever, got up and walked up backwards up the fucking wall. Walked up the wall backwards. The doctors and the nurses reported that. And
like,
to top it off.
Were they like in the room with him when he did it?
Yes. Yes.
So he walked up the back of the room, the wall like Spider-Man.
Okay. And then the police reported, the police were investigating because when you have weird abuse shit like this, that, you know, they think it's household abuse. The Child Protective Services got involved. The police got involved. The police did a whole scan of the house, went downstairs in the basement. On their fucking video, official police video, a disembodied voice popped up and said something like, "Who's there?" or whatever. The cop said that was none of us who said it. And then to top it all off, the main cop, the main deputy said like 2 hours later that night while he was just doing like a patrol on his thing, he was parked, he said his CP radio, a fucking disembodied voice started talking to him over his fucking radio. The cops are saying it might be legit. The doctors and the nurses reported that a kid walked up the fucking walls and shit. The Child Protective Services went in, had ooze coming from the walls and shit. She touched it with her pinky. Her fucking pinky froze. There's a picture of her pinky like stoned up and shit.
Fuck?
Yes.
That sounds reckless.
Yes.
It's either that is legit or they're just completely high off cocaine.
Well, the dude from the show Ghost Adventures, Zach Bagans, bought the house. He ended up buying a house, and he was kind of hinting at Twitter. He didn't want to say too much. He's like, yeah, there's still fucking. I could pull up the picture from it. There's still activity. Well, they were doing a documentary on this house or whatever, and they brought the chick back who lived there for an interview or whatever, and she got possessed again. They had to bring her to a priest, and they have a video of the priest in the church doing like the hole with the cross, and doing all this shit. And let me find a famous picture, because this was like 8 months back. This is when the story broke. There was reports that the house was just getting swarmed by flies and shit, like horse flies. And
where is it at?
It's in Gary, Indiana.
What I was gonna ask you is, do you remember that one show? I think it used to be on AMC. It was called Paranormal State. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Well, it was like these guys from like Penn State who like will go around the country and shit. And I remember this one time they like went to this house, was supposedly possessed by a demon, and like they after the night of filming they left, and then they came back later that night, and they came back and like all the crosses in the house were flipped over. Then there's another one where it's like, is this it?
That's, by the way, the police took that picture. That's not altering anything, because that's the cops said they took that picture and the cops found that fucking picture.
It looks like a
part of the
person
police.
in a window.
That's not just some random person took that. That's part of the fucking police, because I saw it on Inside Edition. The police took that fucking picture, and they said nobody was in the house. The house was empty. Look at that shit. Look at it. Holy shit.
That's nuts.
That stuff when the cops are fucking bugged out that, yeah, this house might be haunted. You know
The cops
something's
are,
up.
you know that it's legit.
Yeah. Who just texted me? Hold up.
That's crazy though about the kid like walking up the steps and shit.
Let me find a news report. I want to find a news report.
Yeah, remember we saw the first Paranormal Activity? I actually never have seen the rest of the series, but they all look stupid.
I saw the first one. I actually downloaded it a BitTorrent. While it was still in the theater, I downloaded a torrent of it because the movie came out like 2 years before it went to theater.
The alternate ending and the original ending completely ruined the movie. In the alternate ending, like the cops come up the stairs and she's like sitting there like twitching with the demon, and then as soon as the cops come up the stairs,
they shoot her.
The demon sees her and she gets up and she gets shot. The original movie, after she like kills Mika, she goes up to the camera, takes a knife and just stabs herself in the throat and just dies. But like the theatrical, like legit, like people actually like, I was like pretty shaken up after I saw it in the theater, the first one, and people actually like were legit freaking out, like they were.
Dude, I think the Blair Witch Project was scarier.
I mean, but like I said, if they would have had either of those, the original or the alternative endings, it would have just completely ruined the movie.
Yeah, let me find this news. I like the original ending where she gets shot. I think that was better.
I think that's the alternative. The original, she just like stabs herself in her neck and dies.
Let me look at this. Gary Indiana Ghost. I don't know. The original, the one I seen was the one where she gets shot, and I downloaded that one straight off the internet while the movie was still playing in theaters.
Yeah, you and me were watching that on live video, remember?
Yes. Oh, good old live video.
Yeah, and I remember I
videos.
was saying how like that completely ruined the movie.
How I miss live video. I fucking love live video.
Scary movies. The funniest, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the funniest scary movie that came out in 2008, it was called Prom Night. You ever seen that?
That movie was such horseshit.
Dude, I know, it's so, remember the funniest part is
it's
when
it's the dude from That Thing You Do in a fucking baseball cap killing people.
Yeah, no. You remember the one scene where he's sitting in the closet and that dude opens up the closet and he's like sitting on his butt and he just like jumps up and starts stabbing that dude. That's hilarious. But yeah, that movie was terrible.
It's a teeny bopper fucking slasher movie. It's so fucking bad. I hated it.
The Friday the 13th, the recent one that came out 2009, that one was pretty funny too. That was hilarious.
I think I might have found a legit video on this Gary Indiana haunted house. Let me screen share. Share. This might be a legit video.
This Tank G from Ken Folks TV. Y'all know that house they talking about in Gary, Indiana that's supposed to be haunted? I'm finna pull up to this motherfucker right now.
What the fuck?
Here that motherfucker is.
What?
My nigga told me go knock on the door, but it look like somebody lived there. I ain't finna do that one. They crazy deal for that though.
What if he like went up to the door and like in something like splashed and he like pulled his gun? He's like, "What the fuck?" And started shooting.
World Star Hip Hop.
There's this one video where they go to Chris Benoit's house.
Did haunted? my whole thing is every year on Christmas Eve I upload to have a Chris Benoit Christmas video.
Yeah. That shit's so funny.
I upload it for like a week and then I make it private every year. LOL. It's Chris Benoit versus the Jews.
There's still people that think that it's a conspiracy and it was all Kevin Dunn's doing.
Yeah, or that Daniel was Vince McMahon's son and he ordered Chris Benoit to kill the family.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's just, like, I mean, you know, I don't really know, like, what went on in his head those 2 days, but it's just, like, it's amazing how, like, when that first came out and, you know, like, remember the Raw when Vince came out, like, after faking his death, and, like, it just pissed me off because it's, like, this is before, like, everybody supposedly knew. They probably knew how he died before ECW came on the next night, but it just pissed me off because it's like Vince is gonna fake his death and like make a mockery out of death, and then like one of his wrestlers actually dies. Then remember he comes on ECW the next day and says, yeah, you know, due to the recent events, Mr. Benoit's name will not be mentioned tonight.
Yeah. Nice fucking limo explosion.
Stupid. Yeah, you know what's funny is Spinnernet. I remember talking to him on Skype about that he actually quit watching wrestling for a while, and he came in the night that Vince faked his death. He started watching it, and he was like, yeah, you know, I'm watching. I just see Vince walking to the back, looking up, breathing. I was like, what is this? And he gets in the limo and just blows.
That was one of the most retarded storylines I've ever. What were they gonna plan on doing with that? Like, I don't get it.
Don't you remember, like, a couple weeks after, they played it off like it was real. Like, they actually had, like, an FBI director said, like, they're investigating it and shit. I remember.
Didn't he?
I don't know where they were going with it.
And then they played it off like, you faked your death. It's so fucking stupid. What the fuck were they ever gonna do with that?
I don't really know. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I mean, like I said,
it was one of the most retarded things I've possibly ever seen. Well, no, they've done stupid. I haven't watched them in a while. They've probably done something really fucking stupid.
I mean, that was during the whole DX thing, and it's like, what's interesting is, like, their ratings were pretty down, and then when Benoit died, actually people started tuning into the show again to see what they're gonna do, but
they should have had a zombie Benoit, like they had the zombie ECW zombie.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the thing about Benoit, like I said,
Chris Benoit.
We all remember the war that went on in 2007 on the internet.
My other thing is, I don't give a fuck what he did in the wrestling ring. He killed a 7-year-old. Hold up, before you're like, but his brain, but he gave him a 3. He killed a 7-year-old. He smothered a 7-year-old to death. He killed his wife. I don't give a fuck what he did in wrestling. Wrestling's fake.
Yeah.
A 7-year-old.
I just, like, my whole opinion on the whole thing from day one is just like, you know, we didn't know Chris Benoit the person. We didn't know who that was. And, you know, I'm not defending what he did, but I'll never forget, I saw a quote. Right after he died, MB Wrestler uploads a video, and he was like in tears, and I was laughing. Honestly, I was laughing at him. And
yeah, he's not crying. He's not crying for the lives that were lost. He's crying because his favorite wrestler died.
Yeah, but he pulled a quote from this guy during this war on the internet. I can't remember what the guy's name was, but this quote just was the perfect quote, and it said, quote, just because a guy knows how to do a flying headbutt, a German suplex, and a crossface doesn't mean he should be honored a murderer. And MB Wrestler just completely freaked out about that. He's like, I want to get in the ring and do a flying headbutt right now.
He doesn't get it. The dude murdered his family. Sorry. Yeah. My favorite wrestler of all time is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin went on a murder spree right now. I would change my opinion of him very quickly.
Remember Master Boo Boo thinks that Jeff Jarrett killed Owen Hart?
Yeah, Master Boo Boo, I haven't talked to him in forever, but he is dead set on Jeff Jarrett was up in the rafters with a giant pair of scissors and cut the cord. His reason was that the promo after Owen Hart fell, Jeff Jarrett's promo was that he was real nervous and shaky.
He was like fake crying.
Yeah, because the dude just fell fucking 70 feet, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, he's gonna die." You know, it doesn't mean he went up to the fucking Raptors and chopped his wire.
I've seen Bret Hart on Off the Record like in 2000 Bret didn't even like the Owen tribute. He actually thought that it was kind of stupid how like people were like put in front of the camera and forced to cry and shit. He actually didn't even like it. But the thing is I mean, you know, it was almost like a karma effect because it's like Owen like, you know, almost killed Steve Austin in the ring and really never apologized for it.
And now, maybe it was Steve Austin with the pair of scissors.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Jim Cornette claims it was Vince Russo because he didn't want to go up there, and Vince Russo said, "Oh, see, the whole gimmick to the whole Raptor thing was they were going to rip off Sting coming from the Raptors. That's what this whole gimmick was." And he was supposed to like descend from the Raptors and get in the ring and trip and fall. And Vince Russo was like, "Oh, great idea!" And then he forced him to go up there, you know.
Vince Russo, most hated. By the way, if you ever saw the kayfabe commentaries, most despised, top 5 most despised people in the history of pro wrestling, I think the list went something like number 5 was Jose Gonzalez, the guy that killed Bruiser Brody. Number 4 was John Laurinaitis. Number 3, Chris Benoit, the guy that killed his wife and his son.
And let me guess, number 1's Vince Russo.
Number 2, Vince McMahon. And number 1, more hated than Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, and 2 murderers, Vince Russo.
I mean, as far as people hating Vince McMahon, I mean, you know, he took a small territory and made it to a global phenomenon. I mean, I can't.
I don't understand that. Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if anything, Eric Bischoff is a fraud because Eric Bischoff just had Ted Turner's bank talent.
Look what I have on the docket.
What?
I have this to play later on.
Yeah. Look what I have on the docket. Look who I have.
Don't even show that shit. I'll kick you out of the fucking call.
No, it's funny. It's funny.
Come on, Julio, let's go. Come on, break on the ball.
Listen to him yelling.
Now, one guy breaking on the ball. Now, Terrell, run the route again. Damn it, it's cut. You don't have anybody to flat. And I'm going to tell you what, if I had a barometer up your ass to say whether you were giving effort or not, it was about 50.
People say like he can throw his hat like Zorro.
Fuck Nick Saban. Period. End of story. They had the reason they won against LSU was the refs were on their side. Simple.
But
I found that video.
Back to the whole Bischoff shoot. Yeah, he actually talks about like the time in the locker room at WWE that Ric Flair like got all upset with him about how he's treated, and WCW actually like was gonna punch him and shit. It's pretty funny. Yeah, as far as for the wrestling fans who are watching, Eric Bischoff is overrated. And Vince, I mean, I don't really think Vince Russo is overrated. I just think that he was put in a position where a company was already dying, and a lot of WCW's demise had to do to Hulk Hogan's contract, where he could do whatever he wanted.
He was in a position where he was destined to fail. Let's be real. Where he was destined to fail.
I mean, Hulk Hogan had the contract of creative control. He could do whatever he wanted when he wanted to do it. And, you know, as far as Russo playing the whole Bash at the Beach thing as a work, honestly, I really don't believe that, because if it was a work, then why did Hogan file defamation of character lawsuit like a day after it happened? You know?
He thought the promo was real.
Yeah, he thought the promo was real, even though Vince Russo went to the ring and told him that he was going to cut the promo, you know?
What a fucking idiot.
That was an awesome promo, though. He's like, I'll never forget the ending. He was like, "And Hogan, you big bald-headed son of a bitch, kiss my ass," and everyone's like cheering.
Dude, I'm looking up the article for this haunted house, and I'm trying to find the video. I want to play the video. There's a bunch of great pictures. If you can see the chat here. Let me copy this into the chat. You gotta take another shit? Come on. Jesus Christ. The fucking. Yeah. What? Okay.
Alright, I'm back. The hell. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright.
I had to find fucking car keys just now.
I don't see your I don't see your webcam.
I'm right here, faggot.
Yeah, Nick Saban was the greatest college coach ever.
What we got about? So, let's look at this video.
Yeah, you told me it
here's the picture of the chick with her fucking finger.
You tell the Wiz lives. I'm 6'4".
Like Randy Orton.
Like Randall Keith Orton.
I'm gonna share my screen. Let's see if we can play this shit. Share my screen. Unplug my earphones so we can all listen.
Inside portal to Hell's base. Wow.
This is the police video.
Now let's see if we got anything. Yeah, I don't. I'm going to ask. Yeah. Huh. But they said, they would hear stuff in the basement. Wait a minute, hold it. Somebody was going to challenge. Oh, wow. Somebody was running challenge like that too. Oh, they're burning stuff all over the place here. That's where. I'm surprised the fire department hasn't been here. I'm surprised the fire department hasn't been here.
Sound like the ghost said gay.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy. So what's your final thoughts before we end this clusterfuck of a show? Now, what do you have to say? Is there something you just need to get off your mind?
New World Order 2016.
Okay. Well, here's a few things I gotta say. Folks, I do this show just for fun. I don't give a fuck. Me and Matt have a good time doing it. You guys who've done it had a good time doing it, whatever. If you want to fucking do the show, tell me when you're available. Don't give me some bullshit time so when I come on here, there's nothing to fucking do. You don't show up. That being said, Gruffy, Jim Riley, Dallas, you're all on my shit list. You're officially dead to the show. Dallas, the man who said he wants to name this the Card and Dallas Show. No. And you all might be thinking, well, you'll never have another great show or whatever, but that's false, because I have one thing to announce. The date is to be announced, but the next show, the very, very next show that we're going to be doing for Card Show, it's just going to be by myself, and I'll explain why. I'm going to be the only host. I will have a guest, but the very next show I will be doing is YouTube Timeline 2011.
The greatest year ever.
YouTube Timeline 2011 with the Torp. That's right. Me and Torp are going to sit down and talk about the year that was 2011.
And also, down the road, a sneak preview, we're going to do the timeline of 2008, which was a good year for the internet wrestling community on YouTube.
I'm going to have to, me and you are going to do that one. I'm going to have to make the list for that one. And
we're going to have to get, you know what, we're going to have to try to get in contact with Spinnernet to get on here because he was in most of those dramas. Yeah. He actually was in most of them.
Well, you and I can get on Skype, and you and I probably remember a lot from what happened from beginning to end of 2008. Because that was a crazy year. But for sure, 2011 timeline with the Torp. One of the most controversial people on fucking the history of YouTube. That being said, this we managed to salvage a good show here, I say. We talked about Ghost. We talked about football. We talked about wrestling. And we talked about people no-showing. So I might get an early start. Hurry up. Get dressed. Get to the fucking Happy's. Where you head at? You going to a bar or just friends?
I'm going to my friend's house with a couple people to hang out. No, I don't turn. He's 21. I turned 21 in April, so still got a couple months to go.
Yeah, but y'all bars aren't open that late like ours are. Ours are open all the time.
No. You know what?
Ours don't close.
A lot of our beer distributors close at like 10. They're not even open late.
That's pussy shit. Ours are fucking 10 o'clock is when I arrive. Ours is don't close.
I would love to walk into a bar down there wearing an Alabama shirt.
You might have a bunch of the bandwagon fans love you for that. So that being said, you should do that in Baton Rouge, actually. You might get more of a reaction.
Yeah.
That being said, Matt, any last words? New World Order?
The timeline of 2007, 2008. You know, actually, we could do a 2007 one, but 2008 was more memorable. And what's interesting is a lot of the videos that are archived in the timeline are actually still on YouTube.
Yeah, so we could put those up. But my porn stash.
Clips from them.
I had to shave in November, guys. I had to. I couldn't. I can't grow a full-size beard. I can't grow a porn stash. So my porn stash may be gone, but all I have to say is, card out, rock on.